Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we're going to talk about Makita. We're going to talk about chainsaws. And more specifically, we're going to talk about Makita cordless battery-powered chainsaws. This is model XCU11. This is equivalent to a 32cc gas chainsaw. This saw runs on 2 batteries and it is absolutely fantastic. I use this thing quite a bit and I love it. But when I saw that Makita was offering a similar saw that ran on 1 battery, I had to pick it up, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video here today. So there is my new chainsaw kit, XCU11 SM1. Very excited about this. It has a 14-inch bar, where my chainsaw here, it's got a 16-inch bar. So this one's a 14-inch bar, slower chain speed, lighter weight, and the reason I bought this is because it runs on 1 battery. So I wanted to have something like this to take camping, where I don't have to have multiple batteries. I can just run 1 battery and cut little limbs and stuff like that, and that's why I purchased this. It's a much lighter weight, got plenty of power, toolless blade change and tensioning, just like the previous version, and this thing only weighs 9.3 pounds. It does have the instant start feature, which is really cool. You push the button, pull the trigger, and the thing runs. It's no problem. It does have a chain brake. It's got an automatic oiler, and it's just a fantastic saw. I picked this up. Makita built brushless motor, delivers high power and increased torque. No gas, no emissions, no oil mixing or pull starting the unit like a gas chainsaw. High performance with low noise. That's one of the things that I really like when it comes to these cordless chainsaws, is they are silent. So you could be out in the woods cutting your wood and you're not putting out this big sound signature, hey, I'm out here cutting firewood. It's awesome. This one is quite a bit slower on the feet per minute of the chain speed. That's 1520, where this one was like 39 something, almost 4,000. And when I first bought this and I started playing with it, my expectations being a much slower chain, I thought that it was going to be a slow cutter, but pleasantly to my surprise, this thing actually performs very well. I'll show in this video here today. It does have what they call XPT technology, extreme protection technology, and that's where the saw is engineered to minimize dust and water intrusion. So very, very cool technology. It's a 14-inch bar. 3/8 pitch is the chain. It's a .043 gauge chain. Again, 1520 feet per minute, and it weighs 9.3 pounds with the battery. Now this kit runs about 250 bucks. You can get the saw. It does come with 1 4-amp lithium-ion rechargeable battery, and it does come with one of their chargers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the saw and everything that comes with it. So starting off, you get a 4-amp-hour battery. I've already charged this battery. Very nice. You do get a standard charger. This is not the rapid charger. This is the SD standard. So you put the battery in there. This will turn red, and then eventually it'll turn red green, and then finally when you see just green, charging is complete. So it's very nice. It comes with that. Does come with a nice organ chain. These are good chains. They're very sharp, thin kerf chains. Of course, you get your user's manual. Gives you information on how to properly run the saw safely and stuff like that. And then of course you get the saw itself. It does come with the blade guard, comes with that chain, 14-inch bar, and as you can see here, it's got oil, It does have an oil reservoir, so you can put your bar oil in there. Holds a little over 5 ounces of bar oil. You can unlock or lock. You know, if you push forward, it does have a chain brake, and then if you pull back, it will unlock that chain brake. Very, very easy to run this saw. You just push this button and pull the trigger. It's that simple. You don't have to push an on button or anything like that. It does have the toolless design, and the battery slides in just like that. You slide it in, and the cool thing is, on this side of the saw, you can look at the battery gauge. So there's no battery indicator or anything like that. All of this is toolless design, so you don't have to have any wrenches or anything like that. It's very, very nice. Easy to adjust this chain. Okay, so you can unlock this by pushing in, getting this out for some leverage, and then if you want to tighten or loosen the chain, you can do that right here. You see the chain tightened up? And then if you want to loosen the chain, you just go away from the bar. See that? You just go away from the bar, the chain will get nice and loose. If it's too loose, you just go towards the bar. And then when you get the chain to the desired tightness that you want, you just tighten this down and then lock it into place. And it's that simple. It's a very, very cool design. I like the way they did that. Now there is something that I want to show you inside, and that's when you take this off. Say for example, you might be using your saw and you notice that the saw is not oiling. Well, when you take the bar off, there's this little part right here, this little black part. You want to make sure that that's clear of obstructions, because if you have obstructions in there, your oil is not going to come out. And I've had no problems with the chain oiler. It works very good. Now, when I first bought this, I was thinking about this post that tightens and loosens the bar. I thought that was plastic, but it's not. That little post is actually steel, so it's very nice. I really like this saw. You'll see here in a second that it performs quite well. It performs better than I thought it would. And here's what the saw sounds like. And I'm already seeing oil come out right here. See that oil coming out of that hole? Works pretty good. And here's just some miscellaneous limbs that need cut. That's a pretty good little piece there. No problem, that thing's working really well. Okay, let's take a look and see what it does on this thicker stuff. This is pretty good size. I was cutting quite a bit of footage here, and the battery died on the camera, so I hope I still have that footage. Let's go ahead and cut this piece here. Wow, it did a good job. Now I need to tighten my chain just a little bit. I do wish that this saw had some dogs on it. That would be nice. So let's go ahead and cut that again. Perfect. Now, am I going to be able to cut this? Let's try. Not too bad. It's got plenty of power to get through that stuff. That's a pretty good thick piece of wood. Did a good job. Not a bad little saw. Now right there, that's a little glimpse of what I cut just now, and it worked really well. And there's a look at some of the sawdust. So our chain is still sharp. And speaking of sharpening chains, I believe this chain requires an 11/32 file. Here is another decent sized piece. Not too bad. That's what that was right there. Pretty good sized piece. Not bad at all. It's got plenty of power. Well, let's talk about my final thoughts. First thing I want to see is how much battery do I have left. After all that cutting, I still got 2 bars left. That's pretty impressive with that brushless motor. And I cut quite a bit of wood on this video. The camera actually died at one point, so I didn't get to show all the cutting that I had planned on showing you. The ergonomics and the balance, the way this saw feels in the hand is very good. It's very well balanced. As you can see at the tip of the bar there, the oiler works very good. The toolless chain tensioner here worked very good. It's very easy to do the chain tensioning. I do wish that the saw had some steel dogs. It does have these little plastic dogs, but I do believe steel dogs would have been a little bit better. Now, for a saw that has a much slower chain speed than this one here, this one still has plenty of torque and plenty of power to get through that material. I cut some pretty good stuff, as you could see in the video. And to do that with a single battery, I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked the way this saw performed. So would I recommend it? Absolutely. Had plenty of torque. The oiler worked good. Very easy to run this saw. You just push the button and pull the trigger. Very, very easy. You don't have to worry about buttons. Now, if the brake is in the forward position and you have a battery in and you pull the trigger, nothing's going to happen. So you have to make sure that the brake is off, obviously, to spin the chain. So there's lots of places where you can get this saw. I'll put a link in the description box down below where you can find this on Amazon. However, I purchased mine at Home Depot. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave comments down below. Like this video, share this video. And until next time, I hope you guys, each and every one of you, I hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody. We'll see you later.